Happy Easter, everybody. We will start the Easter weekend with a trip to Fleetwood on Good Friday. Here are the thoughts of the captain, Elliot Moore.
Well, we'll start with a word on Saturday's game. I think frustration is probably the word on that one, isn't it?
Yeah, massively. I think it was a massive game, as we all knew. And the frustrating thing is, I know I weren't with the team for the 2 games before, but they've played really well. We've played really well in the 3 games, and we haven't come out with any points. And I think that's the most frustrating thing. I think little things in both boxes are what's stopping us getting the 3 points. I think if you look back on games though where we've probably not played the best and we've got the 3 points, so I think it's time that we start just focusing on getting the 3 points.
Yeah, at this time of the season, it all comes down to those fine margins, doesn't it?
That's it, and I think we can nitpick the game, but the most important thing is the result. And at the minute, we're not getting it, and I think that's what needs to change in the next few games.
You come back into the side after a spell out. How did you find that coming back into the team as well? Yeah,
it was tough. The tempo of the game and everything is something to get used to, but I love being back out there with the lads. I know the result wasn't what we wanted, but to be back out playing is what I want to do, and it's hopefully I can keep doing that.
Chipping in with a goal as well, it's always important. There's been an important factor in our sides of the last seasons is goals from defenders as well, isn't it? So you must have been pleased with that ultimately. It didn't mean...
Yeah, no, I was pleased to get on the score sheet. At the end of the day, it didn't really make a difference. Yeah. But yeah, it's always nice to score, and to get the first one of the season, it's always nice.
And now attention is fully on Friday, isn't it, against Fleetwood?
Yeah, I think that we have to just focus on ourselves. Whatever happens outside is nothing that we can control. We need to do what we need to do, and that's to get the 3 points.
There are 12 points to play for. It's not over just yet, is it?
No, definitely not. I think we've got that belief in and around the team that until they say it's over, we've still got a chance. And like I said, we have to focus on us. We have to worry about what we do, and then if things fall in our place, then that's great as well.
A couple of nice features in the preview show for you. The Twin Town Challenge will see people from across Oxfordshire going halfway across France. We asked the club's former director, Brendan Cross, to explain it to us.
Come on then, Twin Town Challenge, explain for the people at home what it is.
So the Twin Town Challenge is a series of 12 points-based challenges. We see the cars leave Blenheim Palace on Friday the 29th of April at 9 o'clock in the morning, headed for the 2K and back via a series of the challenges, which include things like Tired and Emotional, as you can probably guess is a wheel change, and a whole bunch of other things on the racetrack at Anfield.
How many years has this been going for?
We started in 2014 with 48 cars and an ambition to make about £35,000 for the charity that is Special Effect. We ended up making £130,000. It was only ever a one-off, so of course we did a second one. And the fourth and final Twin Town is the one we're about to embark on.
So the car that you are leaning on at the minute, where did you get that from?
So this was bought from a lovely AA man in Leicester. Leicester City fan, lovely fella. He had it on the market for £1,000, made contact, told him about the charity, and then he said, well, I'll let you have it for what I paid for it about a year ago. So we got it for £670. Now this event is about £500 cars, so that means that the team driving this car will need to put up with a £170 point penalty for the event.
It's quite an event. It unites all of Oxfordshire. Fans with longer memories will remember your time as a director at Oxford United, which you never lost the love of Oxford United, and a club that gets right into your heart, doesn't it?
Oh, of course it does. Once a fan, always a fan. And as somebody said to me the other day, people will come and go around this football club, and some of us will always be there, and it's my club. I'm a fan. When we lose, as we did on Saturday, it hurts. I know it hurts Carl, I know it hurts the players, but it hurts every time, and maybe this year's not to be, but it ain't over till it's over.
I left this at the end because you won't remember. If people want to donate to the Twin Towns Challenge, how do they do it?
the best way to donate is go to the event website, which is www.twintown.org.uk. There are a number of ways in which you can donate, or you'll probably know a team. So look through the list of teams on the website, and there'll be a team there with the Just Giving page that are trying to raise some money. And we're fortunate enough to have gone through £1 million last week, and we're going to finish this event on about 1.3, maybe 1.35. So it's serious money.
So Brendan was here with Special Effect, a great charity doing some fantastic work. One of their shirts will be available around the time of the end of season awards. You can vote now for your Player of the Year and for the Women's Player of the Year. Both the links are on the website under their separate stories. Goal of the season coming before the weekend as well. Right at the start of the year, I spoke to all the scholars about their expectations for the year. As we come to the end of the season, we thought we'd ask goalkeeper Fraser Barnsley how it's turned out for him. Right, I'll pitch you, Fraser, because I know you'll be sensible about this. A scholarship and a season for the scholars, there's two halves to it, aren't there? And the first half of the season was one league. What's the difference in this league that you're in at the minute?
So it's the top 5 teams from both South West and South East that come together and play the last sort of 8 to 10 games of the season just to finish it out.
Up until that point, there was under 19s, under 17s, correct?
Yeah.
So you've had to be quite patient, haven't you? Because Eddie's been the goalkeeper for the seniors, senior youth side. Is that right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I've had to wait patiently. I took my opportunity obviously when I got injured, and then obviously you have to take a step back when he comes back, because obviously he's fighting for his next contract. So that's understandable, and I'd expect that next year for me really. So it's just about developing and training and taking the opportunity in games and learning, and then taking that into the Merit League, where then that's my chance to. But
the Merit League, you're one of the oldest ones, because there's lots of under 16s playing, because those are the scholars for next year. So it's not as how shall I say it? The league before the season, people are jostling to be in that top 5, and it really means this time it's a lot more about experience, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely about getting that experience for the younger players, and it's nice to get a leadership role in the team, being one of the older players. There's 5 or 6 first years that are in constantly, and it's nice to see that leadership and some, captains forming throughout the team. And obviously it's good for the youngsters. You've got some 15-year-olds in that team. It's good to get their experiences for the years coming.
Just come off your line, shout at them for not heading it. That's my advice to you. When they get their chance as a scholar, the last time we did anything on camera was right at the very start of this. Yeah. And you walk in, and you've been, I'm not going to be silly about this, best player at school, best player in the area, best goalkeeper, always coming up. And then suddenly the brakes come on and you have to wait for your chance. Is that hard?
It definitely takes some getting used to. Adapting to that bench life when a game's not coming every week, and taking the opportunity when it does, and then handling sometimes mistakes are going to happen because of that, and getting used to that. But I think it's something that you've got to learn as a goalkeeper, because there is only one position on a pitch and you can't play anywhere else. So I think it's a crucial part to development, also learning to not develop sometimes and keep on the bench.
Every week you're maturing, you're getting, and it's not just in the games, is it? It might be Carl calls you over to do goalkeeping in a session and stuff. You've got to impress in that.
Yeah, that's the difference really. That's what sometimes it's developing on the training pitch is more influential than playing games week in, week out sometimes, especially with Brownlee coming up with him and stuff like that.
Well, you've got 3 great role models with I've missed out Macca there, but Brown is a great role model. Eastie and Jack,
definitely.
Kai, Macca, everybody. Yeah. You're a tight little unit there, aren't you?
Definitely, yeah. And then, you see it's a prime example of waiting patiently on the bench. You see Eastie coming in when Jack's been ill and doing brilliantly, and then Jack coming back after being ill and then doing brilliantly again. So it shows that if you wait for your chance, you're going to get it, and you just got to take it really.
What have you learned that you're going to put into action in your second year of scholarship? What have you learned this year?
Just to enjoy every minute. It's flown by so quickly. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just want to enjoy every minute of it, because you never know what's going to happen, and just make sure I take it with both hands really.
What are we like against Fleetwood? Oh no.
Yeah, I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that I might incriminate
No,
myself.
we've got better at it, haven't we?
No, not at their place we haven't. No.
If I hear that Captain Pugwash song on Good Friday, it's your fault, and I'm not coming home.
Well, it'll only be a Good Friday if we don't hear it.
Very good. So we're not very good against them.
Not at their place. No, well, not really. No, we won once out of what, 16 times.
People watch this.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, that's obviously not a great omen, but we can still do it. I reckon 3 wins and a draw gets us in the playoffs. What do you reckon?
4 wins, I think, definitely guarantees it. Yeah, why not? But a draw will be fine as well, I'm sure.
So the first stage of that is we've got to win at Fleetwood. You can get in, even if you haven't bought a ticket in advance, you can pay on the day at Fleetwood. MK tickets are available all through the weekend online, but the ticket office is closed on Saturday and Sunday because Gemma's got to go and eat Easter eggs. That's fair enough, isn't it?
I can't argue with that.
Good. We're going to win?
Oh, well, I think so. Yeah, we are. We're going to win.
You beautifully sold the magazine and
Yeah.
you've pumped up the Oxford fans with your optimism there.
Come on, get in there. Please.
See you Friday.